Hello and welcome to the workshop, episode number 336. I'm Jester Lind and we have a gangbusters set for you tonight, including myself, Matt B.
Hello. Yes, I'm Matthew Bandura. I'm from Hamilton, Ontario. You can follow me on Instagram at Batmandura if you'd like.
Luke.
I'm Luke Westberg. I live in Reno, Nevada, and I put on shows with Dead Panda Comedy.
And Marco.
My name is Marco. I'm from Montreal and love to do live comedy when I can and online comedy when I can't.
All right, if you're unfamiliar with the workshop, here's how it works. Each comedian was given an assigned topic and they were forced to write 5 minutes on that topic. We then stop between each comedian's presentation and we give a little bit of feedback on their material. After everyone's gone, we then go through again and work on our own material. Starting out today is me, and my topic today is the word brilliance. So my topic is brilliance, and like usual, I started out with some research, but the more I learned about light, the more I realized I'm completely in the dark. I think I've been overexposed to light at this point. It both functions as a wave and a particle. That hit me like both a wave and a particle. So I was having some real difficulty with this topic until a light bulb went off. So then I changed the light bulb, and that's when it hit me. Brilliance can also refer to intellect. Why didn't I think of that sooner? So let's take a moment to appreciate the sexy, brilliant minds of the folks at NASA. You know, life has taught me, shoot for the stars, and even if you miss, even shoot for the moon, and even if you miss, you'll end amongst the stars. NASA taught me that I'd actually suffocate to death while my skin and eyeballs were boiling alive. And I trust them. There's some pretty smart motherfuckers. Now, the NASA Mars Perseverance rover just went off today, and it has this little ship inside of it, which I think is so fucking cute. Now, I'm not meaning to rag on NASA, but I feel like a Russian team could have put more ships inside of more ships, and they could have gone even further with that. It's kind of their thing. Although, when the Atlas V launched with its rover and its second stage booster to push the orbit payload that would propel the rover to the surface with the little ship in it, at that point, I guess technically the Atlas V was already a ship, shipping a shipping ship, shipping a shipping ship, shipping a ship. But anyways. Right now, my camera's a little bit dark right now. I need to white balance that shit out. It turns out you put even a little bit of light on me, and I am just a white person mirror made out of greasy whiteness. So as far as brightness is concerned, I'm not maybe brightness and brilliance is the guy. The guy in the dark, spooky room is maybe not the guy to go to on this one. All right. Well, that's all I've got on brilliance tonight, you guys. Thanks.
Brilliant.
Brilliant.
I fucked up. I thought I hadn't been assigned a topic, but Kevin did tell me that it was brilliance. I just thought he was just going brilliant and like cool, and I didn't actually clue in until earlier today that was in fact my topic.
Like shit, I gotta write some stuff.
Yeah, it's because I was notably not brilliant.
I think you got about every light pun in there that he did, so appreciate that.
Did some real heavy light lifting.
I like that you incorporated it into your own screen where you're not so brilliant actually are quite dark. It was nice self-incorporation. That works too.
Thanks.
And I also like the little ship image. That worked for me real well.
I had to really check the grammar on that one, you guys.
Yeah, I got slightly lost on that joke. Maybe because I was thinking about something else for a second, and then I was like, "Wait, what's happening?"
It's not funny. It just sounds funny.
Okay. I know you mentioned the nesting dolls a little bit earlier.
Anyway.
It's
more of a cosmonaut thing, not an astronaut thing.
Wow.
I'm sure there were the limited edition Yuri Gagarin nesting dolls, like, probably back in the 60s.
I'm sure there were tests in the 50s and 60s that ended up with a dog inside of another dog.
Yeah.
Probably.
Those dolls would have been interesting stacked up, right?
Yeah. Yeah, if you can unstack them. Try to unmake a milkshake. Next up, we've got Matt.
Yes, so my topic for this workshop was freshman year. So here we go. So I've had 3 freshman years in my life, which isn't something to be proud of. So in high school was my first freshman year. And as you can probably imagine by looking at me, I was a chubby copper cab lookalike. So, you can imagine how well high school freshman year went for me. I was a very lonely, very awkward boy. And then in my first university year, I transformed a bit in high school, but I was a skinny virginal copper cab lookalike. However, university did go a bit better than me, and now I've entered my 3rd freshman year. I'm doing a master's degree as a dad bod virginal sexy ass beast who's ready to show this world who's boss. But anyway, it's too bad class is online because I could have finally lost my virginity. But, as I learned through my classes, virginity is a social construct. But anyway, that's what I keep telling myself to feel better. And I'm actually a TA now, so I'm marking a lot of freshman papers. And, I'm not totally jaded. Like, this is my freshman year of being a TA. So one of my students made a citation joke, and the teacher in me gave them a 10 out of 10. But the stand-up in me gave them about a 5 out of 5 because that's kind of hacky. And I was listening for inspiration to write this. I was listening to Asher Roth's I Love College, and he says I want to go to college for the rest of my life. And I was on an undergrad when that came out, but now all I can think of is college parties are basically super spreader events. You can't have those anymore. So, it's sad that, nobody can have that in their freshman year this year. And he says, Asher Roth at the end of that music video says, do I really have to graduate? Why can't I just stay here for the rest of my life? And in fact, I would say he did, because nobody ever heard from Asher Roth again after that song was released. Yes, and to be honest, I am going to a fairly prestigious university in Southern Ontario, the University of Waterloo, because the place where Napoleon was defeated was very prestigious. But at the same time, it is online classes, so I might as well be going to DeVry at this point, and maybe I would be learning something more useful than getting a master's in English, but again, it's my 3rd freshman year, and that's what I wrote for tonight. Thank you. Thank you.
I was really worried. It's your 3rd sequential leveling up freshman year. I was really worried that it was like a like a grade minor niner over and over again situation. I was like, oh man, okay.
Yes, I mean it gets better and better because, like I said, I would be a total boss, but it's online classes, so lucky for them.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's that Asher Roth reference. I'd totally forgotten about that guy. That's the I like to party. I love
that
drinking.
Party last night was totally crazy. I wish we taped it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, that was funny. That was a good callback. Yeah. It stayed there, and we had to grab it back from there. That was funny.
I love college. I like virginity is just a social construct. That was really good. Should I know what a copper cab is?
Well, Copper Cab was a YouTube guy. He had the video Gingers Do Have Souls, which I agree with. I feel for Copper Cab, but I mean that's a pretty deep cut, kind of. I would say.
I had to Google Copper Cab, but after seeing it, it was funny. I just didn't know that going in.
Yeah, I mean, I did look like him in grade 9. So.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good. You probably
Yeah,
that
general
joke probably
audience.
works really well with you.
Yes, it's a
It's
very
like you go to a ginger convention, you're fucking set with that joke.
yeah.
They
People
have
used
those,
to
right?
say that like gingers were going to be extinct by like 2060, but like I have friends with ginger children, so like what do they know that I don't know?
Yeah, that's a myth. I mean, it's recessive. It'll always be around.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
I like the whole chronology of it because you dabbled with, virginity and stuff like that, and you're a TA. I thought maybe some low-hanging fruit might be, but you're not getting any TNA, or just like riff on TNA
Oh,
and
yeah, that's
your
the
lack
key.
of it.
Yeah.
I liked it. It made me laugh. I liked your presence in the whole piece. Yeah, I dug
Oh,
it.
thank you.
I don't know if I've ever mentioned this, but I fucking love your voice. You've got this like
Oh, thank
fucking
you.
Yeah.
great.
You know what?
You've got this vocal fry thing that I could like listen to for hours. Like I love it.
A lot of people say that, and I do have some voice jokes I might do later, but I'll save
Is there
those
like
for my...
Is there like a famous person who has a similar voice? I can't put my finger on it, but like the same sort of style of speaking. Maybe not.
I mean,
I
there are
don't know.
comparisons you could draw, but none of them are one-to-one.
Yeah, but you do have a very unique voice, and I think it's great for comedy.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the Waterloo joke, you could say, oh, it's the prestigious school that ABBA sang about.
Yes.
Waterloo.
Yeah. Well, actually, at that school, they do play that song at every graduation, apparently. Waterloo.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they do.
Why
Yeah.
not? When in
Philosophy
Waterloo?
major, right?
English, actually.
Oh, okay. Okay. Man. I think, isn't Waterloo famous for its engineering program?
Well, that's the other thing I could have riffed on, but this is a very Southern Ontario thing. But Waterloo's like all math and computer science, and I'm in arts, so clearly they're like very picky there, because I could get in like no problem. But if I wanted to do like computer science, it'd probably be like super hard to get in.
You're in the one program at that university that says, the rules are flexible, you guys. You can kind of do whatever you want.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Otherwise, it's like, oh, you have to be like among the top mathematicians. But I'm like, I don't know. What is 2 + 2 even? Yeah.
That's what it's stuff like. It was lines like that that made me think you were a philosophy major.
Yes.
Next up, we've got Marco.
Oh, hey. So my topic for this evening was a jet. And jet is just another word to remind you that you really didn't make it in life. Because last year, my brother-in-law, Leonard, the dermatologist, he traveled to Nepal by private jet. But last year on my adventure, I traveled to Cornwall on a bus with 2 bathrooms that smelled like Cornwall. And you know the difference between a jet and an airplane? My brother-in-law explained it to me. Airplanes work with old-fashioned propellers. That's how my grandpa likes to fly. Jet engines use fuel to break the sound barrier. They're so much faster, and they fly higher than regular planes. When I look down upon all the smaller planes, I feel sorry for them. And got one more. Jet black. That's another word that my brother-in-law uses to describe his shoes. Blacker than normal black. These shoes that he wears were made to measure by the finest shoemakers in all of Milan. When he asked me what color the leather on my shoe should be, I told him, voglio scarpe nere come il jet. That's right, the fucker even speaks Italian. Makes me feel bad every time. That's all I got on jet for tonight.
Yeah, I like that character of your very pretentious brother, because, I feel like there's plenty more, that could be done with that.
Yeah, I think you need to maybe cut him down or insult him in some way for being a pretentious douchebag. I don't know what that joke is exactly, but yeah,
Right.
after he gets all uppity about airplanes, there's got to be like some zinger cutting him down.
A way to cut him down a little bit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell Mom, and you'll be grounded.
it's like you're a sky bus driver or whatever it is.
That's
Yes.
yeah.
I think that one's been used, but
No, yeah. Or I know someone that's
something
gonna
similar.
I know someone that's going to handle his baggage. Something.
Ah!
Yes, you'll call the air marshals on him, and then he won't be.
Then he'll be reduced to black ashes or something. Or something other jet. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
It made me wish that conversation had an ejector seat.
He could
Nice.
he could also be like, yeah, and jets also release the chemtrails. Airplanes don't. Right?
Right, yeah.
True.
To continue...
He's like, oops, I didn't mean to reveal our
sorry.
great plan. Our conspiracy theory.
To continue my unbroken spree of offering stupid fun facts during every workshop, the wings of an F-14 are attached to the fuselage with Velcro.
Really?
Yeah.
Only Velcro?
Mostly only Velcro and a few breakaway pins. The purpose is that if there's a wing impact, which is the part, because if that's most likely to take an impact, the wing can kind of tear away without doing body damage to the fuselage, and it has enough force to hold the wing on during maximum speed flight. Pretty fucking cool.
Okay.
I don't know. Fun. I always like to offer fun facts.
I mean, it makes me feel less secure about flying, because
It sounds like complete bullshit.
Oh, that's just on fighter jets. Yeah,
okay.
you don't ain't nothing break away on purpose on a Spirit Airlines flight.
Fair enough.
But United probably uses Velcro on all their planes, I'm sure. Yeah.
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Frontier
Next up,
Airlines.
we've got Luke.
All right, my topic was gyrations. Yeah. In the 1950s, every father thought Elvis's gyrating hips were the devil's work. My teenage daughter saw Elvis dancing so seductively on the TV that it made her lady parts tingle. And come to find out, she let her boyfriend of 4 years get to second base. I won't stand for it, you hear? Also, don't get me started talking about those black folks. In 1950s, if 1950s people saw Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's video for WAP, their heads would literally explode. Though there is a direct through line from Elvis's satanic gyrations to WAP's thrusting and booty bouncing. Like Wet Ass Pussy is actually an homage to Elvis's song, A Big Hunk of Wet Ass Love. A big hunk of wet ass love will do. Yeah. So a gyroscope, like they have in airplanes, it's like a compass that spins in every direction. And though it's spelled the same, it's not to be confused with a Euroscope, which is the device that spins the Greek Euro meat around.
Nice.
In the movie The Exorcist, the demon-possessed girl can like spin her head all the way. I hurt my neck. Can spin her head all the way around. So like, I'm kind of convinced that all owls are possessed by demons. Kill Satan. I'm not very sexually compatible with my girlfriend. Like, I have a small dick and she has a large vagina. I always say it's not the size of the wave that matters, it's the motion in the ocean. And she says it's not the vastness of the tunnel that matters, it's the gyration in the train station. I then tell her that she's really bad at analogies, and then we have mediocre vanilla sex. All right, that's all I got. Thank you.
Nice.
I really liked it. It made me laugh. I liked your whole presence. I like the second base reference. I thought you might be able to get a tag out of it. Maybe make it a 1950s second base. So like touched her on the cheek or something. Like a really tame, like make it just so tame.
Okay.
I thought if you were going to talk about
it brushed
baseball
their
metaphors, a 1950s second base would be just getting to second base without taking steroids.
Yeah, could be.
Yes, I feel like to the 1950s, I feel like saying like people's heads would explode seeing Cardi B. It's also like, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like if they saw it and they really liked it or something, they were like, say, these dames are showing me what for. I don't know. Like,
it may be better if they, like, you turn the assumption on its head. It's like they would be really into it.
yeah, like they'd just be super in, because they'd never seen anything like that, and they're just, yeah.
I don't know. Was my 1950s accent okay, or was it more like 1920s? I can't tell. Well, see here, what for? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. I think I did more of a 1920s act, but that might have been me rather than yours. I think yours was, yeah, kind of 50s, yeah.
I don't know.
1950s is like boomers.
True. Well, it's always
like they're the old people, and the boomers, I guess, were born in the 50s, so it would have been the greatest generation.
Why in 1950, young Mitch McConnell was just a teenager.
Yeah.
Giving him what's for.
Yeah.
I liked at the end when you talked about banal sex. I thought you could riff on that, which is still great sex. Like
vanilla sex or
no, I think you said banal sex, right?
Oh, I said vanilla. No,
you said vanilla. Okay, vanilla sex. Still, I still think, which is still great sex, or any sex is great sex. So.
Vanilla, like it's my favorite flavor of sex.
Yeah, I still love it. I still love it. Yeah.
Yeah. What is banal sex?
Banal.
What would that be?
Like,
I thought it would just be like
tiresome sex, maybe.
Yes.
Like Texas, like, come on, I got somewhere to be.
Like,
again.
I was gonna say sex with me probably would be banal sex.
I think banal sex is just a typo when someone's trying to look for butt sex on the internet. Like they just hit two letters at the beginning at the same time. Banal, extra letter in there.
If you say it fast, yeah, you could spell it that way.
That's a written down joke. Tell you what.
Yeah.
Probably there's a video out there where it is like a banal sex video, and it's just like a secretary like typing away at the computer, and then the boss walks in, and they're just like, really boring, like dry, dull, and the rest is the same. Just they're just really banal about it.
Doing doggy style, but she's on a typewriter, like.
Yes, and she's
transcribing
just like, yes, and she's just like, sorry, was that Elm Street or was that Oak Street? And they're just really banal. And he's like, I'm gonna need you to send an email to the client later. I don't know.
It reminds me of Office Space, like Lumberg. Oh, you fuck Lumberg? And it's like, if you remember.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah. I'm gonna need you to get
if anyone can elicit a banal O face, it's Lumberg for sure. All right. Now on to our own material. I'm going to try out a bunch of one-liners here that I haven't figured out where to put them or even if they work. So I'll try these out. I regret stealing my best friend's girlfriend in high school. Not because it was the wrong thing to do, but because she turned out to be a total bitch. I regret every single time someone said, "Wish me happy birthday," and I responded with, "You too!" My father always used to say, "Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger." Until the accident. Politics is a compound word. It comes from the Latin poly, meaning many, and ticks, meaning blood-sucking parasites. Canadians will give you a compliment so devastating that it sticks with you for decades by saying something like, "Oh, you keep your temper so well when your children are misbehaving." I'm going to go into some more long-form shit now. So my family once rented an RV and we toured it across New Zealand. Now, we wanted to rent a car to go across New Zealand, but the problem is you have to pull over constantly from counting all of the sheep. So I went with an RV. Now, I like an RV. It's a home you can drive. I like all the hidden compartments in an RV. Every surface is like a jack-in-the-box, except a card table pops out instead of a cackling asshole, which is preferable. I like that the dashboard looks like if Speed Racer drove a van. I like buttons. Here's what I don't like. I've gotten pretty accustomed to having my poop whisked away at the press of a button. And at the very least, that's the whole point of pooping to begin with, is that shit is not my problem anymore. But in an RV, no, you're hauling that shit with you. Oh, and now your house is also going to have to take a dump. Oh, and people will sell you on the wide open spaces, but you're probably just going to end up in an RV park, which is just a parking lot for houses that shit. And the whole trip is going to be motivated around plugging the whole fucking thing in, so good luck getting off the grid, buddy. And you know what? I'm going to talk a little bit at the end here about Joe Biden. There's the State of the Union thing going on, and I like what's going on. Joe Biden's got that end of his life, wrapping it up, thinking about his legacy look in his eyes, and I think he's about to do some FDR level shit. But I'm also not worried about him dying in office either. He's got access to that good Walter Reed shit. Like, they definitely have the keep you alive serum in there. Holy fuck. Look at fucking Jimmy Carter. He's building houses and shit like an unstoppable tank. Like, he just came out of the presidency just ready to fucking rumble. They're giving them the good shit, I swear to God. Also, is anyone else bothered by the sudden and drastic decrease in the quality of hand sanitizer out there? Has anyone else experienced this situation? I mean, I realize we're in a quantity over quality situation, but what is the smell that they're going for? Is there a target in mind? Like, now and again, I'll just get this waft of something. And I'll be baffled. Why am I getting flashbacks of the dumpster behind the brewery on my way to work where I used to live? But no, it turns out it's my own hands flapping stank around. And apparently, that's what clean smells like now, you guys. So, anyways, that's me. I've been Jester. Thank you.
Yeah, bad hand sanitizer smells. That's definitely something I've noticed too.
Yeah.
Except I've had some of the Bath and Body Works ones, and like the ones that smell like food are really unappealing to me. Like, because it's like I just stuck my hands in a cake or something. Yeah.
I thought you meant food like cheeseburgers or something.
And what happened to the viscosity formula, you guys? Like, it used to be like a pretty consistently a gel, and now you have to like kind of like ease into the like pumps at the front of the store because it's either gonna blast you or cover you in this Elmer's glue like substance. Like you don't know. It's either gonna be real thick or real thin, but it's not gonna be good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the one at work, it shoots out like a rocket, and it shot like right on my crotch. It looked like it was my pants. I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah. And sometimes it doesn't just shoot in one direction either. Sometimes it's like it's taking a piss after a night of having sex. Like it's like just kind of goes in every which way.
I'd say 20% of the time the pump breaks and then you have to open it up, and then you really have to be careful at what level do you tip it, because sometimes it's water and sometimes it's a viscous gel.
Yeah.
So it's a minefield, guys. It's a minefield.
Yeah.
I early on in the pandemic, at like the peak of like hand sanitizer in my hands before like we learned the word fomites and other things, like I went to go light up a cigarette, and my hand was covered with like a blue flame, and it just kind of like did like a fucking magic trick by accident because I had so much hand sanding on my hands.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's cool on like Zoom events like this. You should do it again.
I know.
Yes. When I went. Yeah.
I'd really like to not incorporate invisible fire into this flammable space.
True. When I visited a historical house, this is a bit of a sidetrack, but like one of the games they would play on Christmas time they'd have like a bunch of like alcohol-soaked raisins. Then they'd light those on fire. Then a game was like grabbing the burning raisins apparently through the alcohol flame.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right.
What province again?
Ontario.
Oh, okay.
I was really hoping it wasn't going to be us.
Yeah, it was.
I was sure you were going to tell me a maritime province.
Yeah, I would have put money on Newfoundland.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we've got Matt.
Okay, so yeah, so I joined a D&D group like for the first time, and it's embarrassing because I was really nervous the first time, but my DM was like, just breathe through it, relax, and I was like, phew, that was intense but fun. Then I started getting really into it, like I was RPing more enthusiastically, and I learned a thing or two, and then I was like, can we have a bigger group? Like, the size of group isn't just doing it for me anymore. And then can we like stretch it out longer? Like, can we take it to the limit of stretching? Because I want to play longer and harder. And like, what if we had 2 DMs? But then the magic wore off after the first time, and I had to look for more DMs. So I went with like a few other groups and DMs, but it never stuck. And then I thought, ooh, I'd really like to have fun anonymously and join D&D groups and play just for one night. And anyway, the conclusion of this story is the Tom Hanks movie Mazes and Monsters is an accurate depiction of this lifestyle choice. Anyway, so the moon can actually be boiling hot when the sun's shining on it, or icy cold on the dark side. So what that means is you can have fondue on one side of the moon, and then on the other side is parmesan you can grate on your pasta. I don't know why people would want to live on the moon, because, you know, we went to the moon. But, like, the surface looks like a gravel parking lot. And, you know, oh, we got to beat those Russians to get there. But, like, you know, nobody's gone to the moon since. And I know why. It's because it's a giant piece of shit. And I can see why people think the moon landing's fake. Like, nothing could be that disappointing. Like, again, it looks like a gravel parking lot. Well, nothing could be that disappointing except me to my parents. So when I get a vaccine, I don't want to be a lame stream Team Pfizer, because I've heard it said, like, if you played Pokemon Go, Team Pfizer would be like the blue team, the one everybody joined. And, you know, that's not for me. I'm not a lame stream guy. I'd give up my spot if I was finding out I was getting a Pfizer vaccine. Like, give me a Moderna vaccine or a J&J vaccine. Like, or if I really want to be cool, just sign me up for one of those experimental doses. I don't care about the blood clots, and I mean, I don't really plan on having children necessarily, so, you know what, the infertility doesn't scare me. And yeah, and just to work on my voice a bit, one of my friends said I sounded like the Wicked Witch of the West on a shortwave radio. I do my pretty. And yeah, so that would be my new material for tonight.
Cool. Yeah, and your D&D joke, I thought you were gonna like ask to have an orgy at some point. You kept building up and stuff. I think you could use the line, I slid into a bunch of DMs.
Oh, true. Yes, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. You didn't mean to slide into the DMs, but once you did, it was a slippery slope.
Yes, indeed.
Should I see Mazes and Monsters?
I haven't seen it, but I just thought like I've watched like reviews of it, and it looks like a ridiculous movie. So, and that was like
stolen out the deep cuts. So
I'm only familiar with it from the context of people talking about the 1980s Satanic Panic.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was very much one of those movies.
Yeah. Dungeons and Dragons, they're casting spells, witchcraft, but in the 80s they were saying witchcraft, they were all upset about that shit.
Oh yeah, it was because it's like what happened with Harry Potter, in the 2000s, or pretty much the same thing.
My parents didn't like me playing Magic the Gathering because it was like satanic or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I was more of a Pokemon kid myself.
Yeah,
yeah, me too.
Wow, I was a lot better with Pokemon trading card game. Which, fuck, I wish I didn't sell my cards in 2013. I had a lot of money.
In the late 90s, I was living in Japan, and I at the time collected all of the original 151 Pokemon characters on cards, the whole fucking set. And my brother took them to school with him one time to show them off. And his gym teacher confiscated them and threw them in the garbage.
What the fuck?
Wow.
And gone. Gone. In a landfill somewhere. Yeah. Still hurts. Still hurts a little bit.
Yeah,
still
I don't
hurts.
even know what those are.
Yeah. It's in your face.
I mean, I was just looking at first edition packs that I bought and opened, are going for $1,000 to $2,000. It's shit. I got those for $3.
So everyone, I'm super jealous of everyone who gets to show off their cats and their puppies and shit. And so now whenever anyone starts doing that shit, I'm just ready to go like this. I got my Tamagotchi right here.
True. Nice.
Ready to fucking go. My original first gen Tamagotchi.
Nice.
Oh shit! It pooped.
I like how they would
kept it
change.
alive for 20 some odd years.
Nice.
All right. Next up, I believe it's Marco, right?
I just wanted to say the moon, all the moon references, very, very funny. I think you could keep that going. The whole moon smells like shit. Did people leave dogs there? Did people forget cheese craft single? Someone left a craft single there. I mean, there's just so much material. I think you keep going. And the J&J vaccine, I thought you could riff on more vaccine, not as good as the rum and coke vaccine or different types of more fun vaccine. Vaccines that would be even more fun.
Give me that microbrew vaccine.
Exactly.
Double IPA craft vaccine.
Neil Armstrong described the moon as looking like a dirty beach. Now, if you want to go to a dirty beach, you could go to Florida.
Yeah.
That's true.
Also, and this is one of my jokes. But it's one of my favorites. They say that Stanley Kubrick shot the moon landing, but he was such a purist that he demanded that it be shot on location.
True. That's
nice.
Yeah. Any other notes for Matt?
Thank you very much.
Next up, we've got Marco.
Cool. So this is a bit that I've done before, but I'm always looking for feedback on it. So if anyone has some feedback on it, please. Luke, I think we've done a show before, right? Have we?
Yeah, one.
So I think this might be a similar bit. Sorry, it's a similar bit, but if you got new feedback, Yahoo. So, yeah. So there is a strain of cannabis called Obama Kush, and just like the former president, it's very smooth. But get this, a couple of months back, some guy in Florida released a Trump Kush, and ever since he lost the election, Trump's been smoking like a fiend and putting out TikTok videos. Trump Kush is so tremendous, we're winning again. Trump Kush has the greatest orange tones in the nugs. Ask anybody. It's so much stronger than Obama Kush. You gotta believe me. And it's all in the breeding. Because if you take a Trump Kush plant and you put it next to an Obama Kush plant, you will notice that the Obama Kush has weak little stems, very weak. Some say flaccid, not me, I just say weak. The Trump Kush stems are thick like a can of Budweiser, the greatest of all beers, the king of beers. And best of all, Trump Kush is grown right here in Florida, where they love me. Obama Kush, it's not even from America. That's all I got.
Oh.
That's a really good comedy impression.
I closed my eyes and I'm like, okay, yeah, I can definitely see it.
That was really good.
Oh, merci.
And you know what? Because you weren't. I mean, let me just check. Maybe I don't even know. Did he do that? That's a fake? That's a. Okay. Okay, good. Yeah. See, I think that's the thing I liked about it is that I didn't have to. It didn't give me it didn't trigger my 4 years of PTSD that I have buried. It just let me enjoy the things that were genuinely funny about that idiot man, in isolation, in the context of the now, and I liked that. That's a good way to use that material.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a very good Trump impression, and I have to say the writing was spot on too. That sounds like stuff you would say for sure. And I love a good Trump impression.
You just got to get a wig, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think the jester's dislike for the man is repeated by me, so I like doing it just because of the shit that he put us through. Now, it's fun to get back at him.
I mean, he's a terrible man, but I do have to say he is hilarious in many
hilarious.
ways.
Yeah. And now that he's gone, actually, like while he was in, he was so pernicious. I don't think we could. It wasn't funny. But now that he's gone, it's funny.
Yeah.
I think now might be a better time.
I've heard he's gonna start doing rallies again, in the next couple of months. So he's not gonna be so gone.
But he's not in my news stream every 5 minutes, right?
Yeah. He's avoidable now.
Yeah, he's not in my news stream.
You have to actually look up Trump to see Trump.
Deplatforming him worked better than I ever anticipated him, by the way. We all just got a breath of fresh air, and it was like, wow.
Yeah, my stress levels just went way down.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Overnight.
Yeah. I'm smiling more. I'm giving more to charity.
Yes. We said bye-bye to Trump. We don't want him around. Nobody wants him around. Nobody likes him.
We should do a full-on balls-to-the-wall, ultra-committed libtard night. And, where everyone can just, let's say everyone dig up your meanest shit from the last 4 years that you're never going to use again. We're going to burn it all in one night. We're going to have a bonfire, you guys. That could be a fun night.
Yeah.
I'll end that night rocking in the shower that was fun, you guys. Yeah, man. Loved it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Finally, to close us out tonight, we've got Luke.
Yeah.
Cool. I got both my COVID shots, and as I'm integrating back into society, I would like to apologize to the people I haven't seen the past year, but I've been super busy living my best life. by staying at home and living in fear. Great stuff. Like personally, I blame the pandemic on our former president. Yeah, screw Jimmy Carter. Like building houses when he should be building cures. For shame, Jimmy. For shame. I hate being infantilized and patronized unless it's at the dentist. Oh, you're doing such a good job brushing your teeth. Thank you. And who's flossing like a big boy? I am. I'm the big boy. Hey, don't hate me. Like, but if the dentist is gonna give out Baby Yoda stickers, I'm gonna take them. Okay. And I know his name's Grogu, but we're sticking with Baby Yoda in my house.
Yeah.
I'm 35. I'm fairly progressive and mature now, but for me, the early 2000s were a tumultuous time of sex, drugs, rock, and believing that marriage was a sacred bond strictly between a man and a woman. Yeah. My views have evolved, and I believe that love is love. So don't cancel me. Cancel 17-year-old me. Yeah, fuck Lil Luke. He listened to emo music, played N64 Mario Kart, and drank Mad Dog 2020s. He's like so different from me, I can't even relate. Like, I listened to decades old emo music, play Mario Kart 8, and drink White Claws. So different. And this is a song I finished. It's called Carlos. Maybe I need to unplug the shit. Pick. I hope that Home Depot's open, 'cause Lowe's is closed. I wanna get a stone, I gotta get a shovel, so I can bury my pet hamster Carlos. Rest in peace, I say. Squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeak. Carlos, oh Carlos, you were a wonderful hamster buddy. Oh Carlos, oh Carlos, he liked curling up in a ball and sleeping. Oh Carlos, smoked cigarros, and he liked eating celery. Carlos is a hamster ghost, and he is my friend, and he's Mexican, and he runs on his wheel all day. Yes, he likes to eat shoved broccoli in his cheek. Carlos, the brown Mexican hamster ghost, his lady ate his babies. Carlos, the brown Mexican hamster ghost, would never eat his own children. Carlos, 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 the friendly Mexican hamster ghost.
Right.
Carlos!
Carlos, yeah.
Viva the Mouse. I like the transitions. There was a lot of fun transitions in that song.
Yeah. Well, that was because like it was written as like a 10-second song, and then I added like a second part, and then I have now added like a third part to it. So it's like 3 separate songs kind of mashed together.
No, it felt good. Yeah, keep doing it. I like it.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I've never played that. Well, I played the first and second parts, but not the third for an audience. But I think it's just random and fun, maybe.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I have to say I can't play music myself, so I gotta appreciate the music.
I don't know that it's like laugh out loud hilarious, but it's just a weird, quirky.
I like it, yeah.
Oh,
Luke, were you in the first musical comedy night?
I was
workshop?
not. Nope.
Would you like to participate in the second episode
sure.
of that coming up on May 12th?
May 12th. Is that a?
It's a Wednesday.
Yeah, I think I could do that. May 12th. Okay. I think I have something at work, but yeah, I think I'm free that night. So if you could
Yeah, we'd
someone
love to
send
have
me-
you on that night.
'Cause
We're doing another one of those.
Yeah, I have a bunch of songs. So
I'll add you to the list.
sweet.
Well, does anyone have any notes? I think this has been the workshop, you guys. I think we're ready to move on to Plugtown. Luke, do you
Fair
want to take
enough.
it?
Oh,
Any plugs?
yeah, I guess. Well, I'm starting to go back to live comedy, so I have a couple shows lined up at Carson Comedy Club in Carson City, Nevada. If anyone's out there, on the 7th and the 21st, I'll be hosting out there. So.
Nice.
You can follow me at Jester Lynn just about everywhere, and I'll be on the workshop on Wednesdays. And now, starting this Monday, we'll be hosting a weekly workshop game night in the workshop. So keep an eye out for future information about that. Marco?
Montreal's still in lockdown, so I hope I can perform at the Comedy Nest and other fun places when we're back in real life. If not, I'll be happy to see any one of you in future shows coming on.
Thank you. Yeah,
And
so
Matt.
I'm Matthew Bender again. You can follow me on Instagram at Batmandura. Yeah, live comedy doesn't really exist in Southern Ontario, but shout out to Levity Comedy Club. And yeah, you can see me on the workshop when I appear.
Thank you, everybody. This has been episode 336. Good night.
Thanks, everyone.